Hello, folks, and welcome back to another episode of World at the Moment. Uh, this month, this Pride Month, I would like to discuss another public health story. Last month, we had talked about the World Health Organization actually declaring that the COVID-19 pandemic is no longer a pandemic, which is some good news. I want to actually bring you more news, especially since the way things are with our economy, kind of not in the best state. It's good to hear some more news right before July 4th weekend as well. This is from a CNN headline, and it talks about an RSV vaccine. Now, let me first explain what is RSV. RSV stands for respiratory syncytial virus. It's a virus that causes flu-like symptoms in those who have it, which could be people, it could be anyone really. It could be young infants, could be young children, adults, older adults, it could be anybody. Some symptoms of an RSV infection include runny nose, decrease in appetite, coughing, sneezing. Like I said, it's very similar to getting the flu. Now, the thing is, as with any virus, it typically leads to more greater harm, or it affects patients more negatively in those who have more immunocompromised systems. And some examples of this are patients who are young infants and older adults, because for older adults, their immune systems are not really the best as they used to be when they were in their prime. And as for infants, they're still developing. I know for infants, they could develop something called bronchiolitis and pneumonia, which is what actually leads to hospitalizations in these cases. As for older adults, there was a recent statistic that as many as 160,000 older adults are hospitalized each year with RSV, and thousands die from it. This is according to a CNN headline. However, there is hope, according to this headline. Sorry. It says CDC approves RSV vaccines for older adults. Expects availability this fall. Great news. Great news. We have an older vaccine. We have a vaccine for our elderly, for them to use to protect themselves from RSV. Great news. According to this headline, we see that 2 vaccines have been approved by the CDC, and they were approved on Thursday, June 29th. One vaccine comes from GSK as the world's first RSV vaccine, and the second one comes from Pfizer. We can see here that this vaccine is expected to roll out in the fall, and single doses will be available for adults 16 and older. Once again, really, really great news here. And there's more, actually. We see Moderna. Moderna is also planning on releasing its own version of the RSV vaccine. It's currently in its phase 3 trial of an mRNA vaccine. And we see Pfizer is now just now going through the approval process. And yeah, we can expect an actual vaccine for the elderly for RSV. It's great news to hear that we're constantly figuring out ways to improve patients' lives and extend them and make them longer. But yeah, I wanted to give some good news for this month here. If you like this episode, we have more like this posted on our YouTube channel. You can go take a look at that. And stay tuned for the next episode of World at the Moment.